The PS4 has had an amazing generation, from it being the highest selling console of all the major platforms, having great IPs and first party games like Uncharted 4, Horizon Zero Dawn, Spider-Man PS4, God of War, all the rest. The PS4 has been an amazing time for PlayStation gamers. But of course, as every generation comes to an end, we are getting little hints and tidbits around the industry that point to the eventual PS4 ending its cycle. However, while a lot of rumors and even myself suggest that we won't be getting a new console, a PS5 if you will, until maybe 2020, maybe 2021 at the latest, but there are some things that we're going to talk about here that could point to it coming out as soon as next year. What is going on, guys? It is your boy Tickety123 here, and could the PS5 come out in 2019? Now, I think to probably talk about this topic, we're going to go all the way back to E3 2017, around that time, and go over some comments that were made by our boy, of course, Shawn Layden. Shout out to Shawn Layden one time. Shawn is a great person. But anyway, Shawn Layden did confirm during an interview with a German website that there will be another PlayStation console, a brand new PlayStation console, not just a PS4, not just a PS4 Pro, not this, upgraded iteration of an existing console. There will be a brand new PlayStation 5 hardware on the way, which, I mean, to me, really wasn't a big surprise. I think it would be very, very less surprise to any of y'all watching, because it's pretty obvious here that, of course, there will be a next console. There will be a PlayStation 5, of course, made and released at some point in the future, with, of course, Microsoft already confirming publicly at E3 2018 that they will be coming out with new hardware, and they even said not just one hardware, we're gonna have multiple SKUs of this next Xbox iteration. So, of course, why wouldn't PlayStation play ball and do the same thing? Of course, they're making a PlayStation 5, and that was obviously confirmed by Shawn Layden a few years back. But there have been other things that have come up that are also pertaining to PlayStation 5 and the future of that. So this comes to us from Push Square, writer of Stefan Talby, I believe his name is, and they were interviewing again Shawn Layden, and he pretty much confirmed again that the PS5 is happening. But he did have another comment about PS5 that I found pretty interesting. So the CEO of Sony, Kenshiro Yoshida, not Shuhei Yoshida, a different Yoshida, was speaking to Financial Times, and he said, quote, "At this point, what I can say is it's necessary to have a next generation hardware," unquote. So I don't know, it's just like the way he said it, the way it's verbiaged, I don't know like why he would point the word to necessary, you know what I'm saying, like as if like it was something, I don't know, like to me, like that statement just sounded very, very weird to me, because like everyone of course knows that, yeah, you're gonna have a PS5. We will have a PS5 within, I want to say, 2 or 3 years, and maybe sooner than that. But I just think it was super weird how he just said necessary. Like maybe he was talking to in terms of what they want to do with the platform, what they want to create from a studio standpoint, and that maybe what they want to make as games and what they want to do as a platform on PlayStation is not possible with current hardware. That's maybe what they were going for, but it just sounded super, just kind of weird for him to say it's necessary for us to have an extra hardware. And in terms of just what we've heard so far from PS5, from of course people that aren't Sony, because Sony's been very tight-lipped and very, very, just super vague and just not detailed at all about the PS5's existence, of course, because they want to keep it under wraps because there's a work on it. Of course, it makes sense for them to not say anything at this point. But there were some reports last month that really do point to PS5, and it's very, very intriguing how we got these like 10 days apart, right? And plus with news that we will talk about later on in the video. But the first one here was found in the Unreal Engine 4. There was some game code in there where they were listing off some platforms, and there was a platform named Erebus, E-R-E-B-U-S. And if you remember back to when they were codenaming the PS4 and PSVR, they all also had different Greek terms. Like Orbis was, I believe, the PS4, Morpheus was the VR, and then I think, and no, I don't think, I know, I just googled it real quick, Vita also meant life in Latin. So they're not, above doing these names that have ties to either Latin words or Greek words and stuff like that. And with Erebus, what is presumed to be codename for the PS5, Erebus is a Greek god and the god of darkness. So I'm not sure what they're going with that. Maybe there's some sort of darkness element to the PS5. I don't know, but that is what is rumored to be the codename for the PS5. And if it's already in the development code for Unreal Engine 4, obviously a popular engine for a lot of games being made right now in the industry, definitely feel like that is definitely a thing that is happening, and and you know, it definitely does point to PS5, at least in a code standpoint. But there's another one here that was also released 10 days prior to the code found in the Unreal Engine 4 software, is that a Japanese firm that they do a lot of research and a lot of just things on trends and stuff like that within the industry, they have a prediction that the PS5 will launch in late 2019. That's what they said, unless there's some issue with production or unless they're using a chipset that might be a little bit hard to produce on the massive standpoint or something like that. Like, unless, you know, there's something that goes wrong with production, they, you know, have a guess and they have a definitive, you know, kind of analyzed statement that they believe that the PS5 will launch in late 2019. And so that lines up to what we were talking about here today. So we're going to make a drastic left-hand turn in this video and talk a little bit about Call of Duty. Okay, so Call of Duty, of course, major FPS. I'm sure you're all very much aware of it. They're about to release Black Ops 4 in, I think, wait, oh my gosh, it's this week. Yeah, this week they're dropping Black Ops 4, the next Call of Duty game. Everyone, you know, knows Call of Duty. You have to love it or you hate it. Me personally, I'm a big fan of Call of Duty. I love Call of Duty. I've been playing it for years now. And, you know, essentially what, you know, how they pump out a Call of Duty each year is that they have 3 development teams. They used to be 2, but now it's 3. So they switch off between Treyarch, Infinity Ward, and Sledgehammer Games. So this year is Treyarch's turn. Last year was Sledgehammer, and next year in 2019 will presumably be Infinity Ward. That's usually how it goes. That's usually the rotation that they do every year in terms of Call of Duty, right? And so there were some job listings that were posted by Infinity Ward that are out there to get new employees for the game and get new, you know, just talent to develop the game for 2019, their next Call of Duty. And while job listings for a studio are not at any way, shape, or form weird or, you know, unique for that matter, it is weird how they're describing this next Call of Duty, this 2019 title from Infinity Ward, right? So they say, quote, "Come work with the game industry's brightest on an exciting, unannounced next-gen title." That is the main takeaway from this whole video. Okay, so they are calling the next Call of Duty that is coming out in 2019. Usually it comes out in November, but you know, this year they did October, so I don't know if they're gonna stay with October or keep doing November. Not sure what's happening there, but you know, let's just say obviously a Call of Duty game that gets released every 4th quarter of the year is being described as next gen, right? So that obviously rose a lot of, you know, eyes and everything. A lot of people are very you know, questioning this whole thing as to why they would call this, you know, game, this Call of Duty 2019 next gen, if there hasn't been any announcement or any word on if the PS5 will be coming out in 2019. So that is leading a lot of people to believe that the PS5 and the new Xbox hardware will be a lot sooner than we are all expecting, and that it will be coming out as of next year, which is crazy for me to believe because honestly, I don't buy it. There's just something that doesn't feel. I don't even know. I just don't see a PS5 launching in 2019. I see a PS5 launching in 2020, maybe spring 2020 or something like that, but I just don't know about a PS5 in 2019. I mean, I'll take it. I'm still going to buy it. Like, there's no question about it. I'm still going to get it, no doubt. But I just wasn't expecting 2019, and everyone that said 2019, I thought they were insane. I was like, there's no way it's happening. Like, there's just no way that they would do that. But, you know, when we think about what's been happening, you know, as of late, with all the evidence that, of course, they're working on the PS5, all the code that we've gotten, all of the different, you know, tidbits and, you know, things in there and stuff like that. So everything that are telltale signs that, you know, a major game company is making a different console, a new hardware, like these rumors, everything that we've gotten, and these little tidbits and all that good stuff, definitely point to a PS5 coming. But I just don't know if it's really 2019. So let's say that, you know, this isn't saying that the PS5 or the next generation Xbox Scarlet type systems are going to be dropping in 2019. Let's say this is just like what could this possibly mean that it not mean that the PS5 is dropping in 2019, right? So what I'm thinking is that maybe it could be future proofing. Maybe they will be re-releasing this next Call of Duty on the platforms as they come out. Like maybe we have the PS5 in spring 2020 and they drop a new version or a new update of the game for the next gen, you know, hardware and stuff like that. So maybe that could be a thing, or maybe it is for a new project that they have not announced and it's separate from Call of Duty that's still coming out on the next gen titles. But that seems crazy unlikely because it's Infinity Ward, and I don't think Activision would allow them to like do anything other than Call of Duty, honestly. So I just I mean, maybe it's true. Maybe we would get the PS5 in 2019, but for me, it just, I don't know. It's weird. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you guys think that we're getting a PS5 in 2019? Would you be okay with it? Would you be alright with that? And plus, another thing that I didn't even bring up in this video that I just remembered, you know, right now as I'm doing the outro, that they're not having a PSX this year. And a lot of people are saying, a lot of people were kind of rumoring that because they're not having a PSX at the end of 2018 this year, they are alleged and rumored to be having another event that's separate from, you know, any convention that they do that is specifically to unveil and announce the PS5 in a similar way as they did with the PS4 back when they were launching it, and they announced it, I believe it was February, and then they fully did the whole details and showed the actual console, you know, during E3 of that year and stuff like that. So maybe they're going to do a similar thing, and maybe 2019 is going to be the actual release for PS5. I don't know. I guess we'll see, you guys. Things are definitely turning. Things are definitely happening here in the industry, and as of right now, things are pointing to a PS5 release in 2019. But if you all enjoyed, make sure to leave a like on the video, as well as stay subscribed to PlayStation Shorts to keep up with latest grades in PlayStation. And also, while you are down there in the description, make sure to check out our Instagram and Twitter to follow us on there, and make sure to also let me know all your thoughts down in the comments below. What do you guys think about PS5? When do you want the PS5? What do you want out of the PS5? Let me know all your thoughts down in the comments below. Thank you all for watching, and as always, greatness awaits.